studios of Big Idea. Join an epic quest with a fearless band of adventurers.
I give you the Fellowship of the Beans!
Here's an exclusive look behind the scenes of VeggieTales Lord of the Beans.
The Lord of the Beans is an epic adventure. It's a quest to find out what are my gifts for against incredible odds with everyone in the world against you.
Give it to me! I know what it's for! It's for me!
You mean the bean? It's my gift.
And that's what this story is about, this character wanting to know what his gifts are for and how he's supposed to use them.
Toto, the lands beyond this door are filled with evil.
I want to know what my gift is for.
With the show itself, we wanted to create a really big-looking world.
The raspberry forest. We did it!
Over the mountains of much snowier, deep into the raspberry forest, then through the blue gate into the land of woe. A quest for truth and purpose.
I was given this gift for a reason, and I don't want to use it till I know what that reason is.
Against impossible odds and an army of vicious plastic utensils.
Randolph, the sparks. Watch out for their pointy ends.
All your favorite veggies are in the show. It probably pulls together more of the cast than we've pulled together for one single story. I think grown-ups will love the humor and just the fun we had with the story.
Did I mention it was Meatloaf Night? Not that this isn't fun.
And kids will love the adventure.
It's an all-new VeggieTales episode, Lord of the Beans. Look for it on DVD and VHS, coming November 2005.
So what would you like to do with your gift?
Through the streets of London, bad guys beware, because two special friends are on the case. It's Larry the Cucumber as world-famous detective Sherlock Holmes, and Bob the Tomato as his trusty sidekick, Dr. Watson. Nothing can stop these sleuths until they encounter the case of the missing friendship. Can a clueless detective learn that the golden rule is the measure of true friendship? And there's more veggie fun as Archibald and Mr. Lunt star as Don Quixote and Pancho. Will they stay pals through thick and thin as they face an invincible foe? Find out in The Asparagus of La Mancha. Two great stories with a special message. Sherlock Holmes and the Case of the Missing Friendship. Coming to DVD and VHS, spring 2006, from the studios of Big Idea.
Call the police!
Let's go.
We have received unconfirmed reports that we may indeed be seeing the return of Larry Boy.
Little help?
I'll take that off your hands. You won't be needing chocolate where you're going, rapscallions. Remember, kid, with great chocolate comes great responsibility.
was certainly different animating vegetables because, as you know, they don't have arms and legs. So you end up having to think a lot more and act more with the eyes and the eyebrows and just sort of get that animation into the character.
So what would you like to do with your gift?
Well, we set up each camera shot to mimic the boards that you provide. Then from there we take it and we pipe the animation in, so we have a rough idea of what we're seeing, and we finalize the animation process, and then send it off to our lighting team, who then makes it look pretty and colorful.
Compositing is the last stage of production. Once all the lighting and stuff has happened, it goes to rendering, and then we as compositors put it all together. It's kind of like making a sandwich. You know, you start off with a piece of bread, you put a piece of bologna on it, and then a piece of cheese. At the end, if you look from the top down, you have the sandwich. And it's kind of the same way with compositing. It's just a bunch of layers.
Every gift is given for a reason. Can't choose which ones we get, only what we do with them.
That's one brave floppy.
Well, it was different from other VeggieTales we've done because it is the one story, and it's not broken up into two, and even the silly song kind of overlaps the theme.
My precious! You mean the bean? It's my gift.
We ended up using a lot of 2D artwork, which is something we tend to shy away from in 3D.
We had a lot of plants, a lot of ground cover that had to be put in, and making it look integrated was pretty tricky.
It would give this sort of grandiose, epic feel with the set having 3 or 4 layers. Here we are looking at one of the trees from the episode. This is one of the shots where Randolph first sees the tree. Here you see him as you don't in the film. He's just a gray version of the tree. This is what we work with in a program called Maya. He has little controls here. One's for his arms, his head, his mouth. So you can do pretty much anything we want him to. What we do is just grab one of these controllers, let's say his arm, if I want him to say maybe wave at Randolph. So all I have to do is grab the controller and rotate it wherever I want it. So he's saying, "Hi Randolph, how are you?" And I can do the same with his elbow and his hand. It's very slow at this point, so the animators tend to kind of work in a slower pace than what you're seeing on TV. What we do often is do play blasts to see what our work looks like in real time, which is the speed of which you see it in the final version.
Welcome, Randolph, son of Mandolph.
The final version, which you're seeing on your TV, looks a little bit more like this.
Welcome, Randolph, son of Mandolph.
Now we're looking at a shot with the eagle. And the eagle was a little more challenging for us this time because normally what we have to do is build the vegetable characters, and they're a lot more simple in the way that they're organized. With them, it's just sort of grabbing one of 3 things: the head, waist, or bottom. Whereas with a character like the eagle, we have to put in a whole working skeleton to make him operate. So these would be his wings. There's where his head is and his feet. So when we move, say, a wing, our skeleton follows behind. So it works much like a regular human skeleton would, in that it controls his furry, fleshy wings. The final version, which is this, and there's our eagle, all animated and ready to go.
So, as I mentioned, compositing is kind of like making a sandwich. So if we start off with the first layer, which is the background, we've got Bob. And if we put those together, we have Bob over the background. Now that doesn't look very good because he's kind of floating there. So we'll also add a shadow. And by adding a shadow, it makes everything really look like it belongs together. So after I've done all the color correction, adding shadows, Bob looks like he belongs on a countertop. So this is a little more complicated shot from the show. We still have the same layers. We have like a background. We have all the characters isolated individually so we can have control over them. But this one's a little more complicated because the integration, or getting everything to look like it belongs together, we wanted to make it look like a real film. If something's far away, I can make it blurry. The next thing we need to do is we need to add shadows for the characters. So now there's the shadows for the characters. There's all our characters put together. There's one more thing I want to do to make this look like a real film shot. The character that's closest to the camera I'm going to make him a little out of focus because if you were really shooting this with a real camera, it would appear to be a little bit blurry. So because I have him separate, I can make him just a little bit blurry, or I can make him really blurry, but that would be going too far. So I'll make him quite blurry now, put him together with the other ones, so then I'll adjust it so he looks like he belongs with the other ones. And then everything put together, you have the shot.
So my job as a sound designer is to come up with sounds that are going to match up against the picture and to try and incorporate the director's notes into the show. I've chosen one little section here, which is the door opening in the new Lord of the Rings. I was playing. So a lot of people would think, well, that's not very hard to do. You find the sounds and you lay it in. But typically what we have to do is put in multiple elements to try and get across the sound that we want, because obviously this door doesn't exist in real life. And so we have to try and find elements from sounds that we have and sounds that we record that are going to sell the visuals. So one of those elements is this one here, which is just a bolt and door opening. We've got another element, which is a little lower. Going down the list, there's a large stone door to give it some weight. There's a wooden door for the creek. Another wooden door pitched down. And there's the elements here for when the door actually settles. So all of those sounds comprise up that one door element. So for the stranger sequence, when he first appears, this was a sequence that needed to be performed to picture. Couldn't exactly use just a regular sound and try and cut it in because the motion on the screen is so specific to the action. So this is an example of what we call Foley, where we take a prop. In this case, it was an old umbrella, and we took off the nylon covering that was on top of it, just kind of taped it up. And from this, we can generate all kinds of little noises to simulate both his unicycle and the umbrella itself. We also use this to record swishes.
When the rain may come and the sun may go, be whooping dry from me head to toe. I'm a lucky fellow. I'm a lucky boy. Boy!
On my way to the studio today, I was thinking about what can I possibly say as a believer, as a mother, as a singer, that basically says how I feel about this product. I believe very strongly that so much of music today, the lyrics are getting kind of out there. The most important thing are giving our kids the positive influence to counterbalance the negative. But if we do it in a way that's entertaining to the children, that is hip to them, that they'll actually like and listen to, and they might even learn something. Not only am I able to connect with the children, but the adults as well. It's not only upbeat and entertaining, but of course it has a message. I can honestly say it's something that I can enjoy performing. When I do these projects, 3 or 4-year-old walks up to me and says, you know, I own it, and they know who I am and they know the song. That's like the added bonus at this point in my career.
Why shop a mattress store when you can shop Big Sandy's Superstore? Shop and compare
Wow, you just found the alternate raspberry forest scene. We had a lot of trouble with this scene, actually. We recorded it a couple of different ways, and we tried different things to make it work. This was ultimately one of the scenes that did not make it, but we wanted to put it on there so you have a chance to see it and maybe understand why we chose it, why we chose the other scene. I don't know if you'll agree with this or not, but we'll find out.
Listen, we are nearing the elders who will know the secret of Toto's bean. With them, your behavior will become critically important. Try to hold it together.
What do you mean, critically important?
The elders of the raspberry forest are ancient. Somewhere around the 4th millennium, they lost their senses of humor. You must remain absolutely serious in their presence. You may not joke. You may not laugh. You may not even smile. No matter what happens, the consequences, if you do, will be grave.
So these elders must be as old as the trees.
No, they are the trees. Kindly translate for the others, quietly.
Hail, elders of the raspberry forest, may your fruit never fall in vain. Welcome, Randolph, son of Mandolph, keeper of the flame of Remorthia O Lilith.
How do you know this language?
Had a couple of semesters in college. Understand better than I speak it. Hard to conjugate. Thank you for your welcome, Lord Salaminian Terraglyph, son of Therabil Elithaman. That is a beautiful jewel you wear. Yes, a gift from a friend. I have an eye for beautiful things. But tell me, Randolph, son of Mandolph, did you come here to admire my jewelry? No, Lord Salaminian Terraglyph, son of Therabil Elithaman. It is the matter of a bean that brings us here. A bean that I believe may be the bean. You mean the bean of power? Guatemala. What?
I said Guatemala? Cool. What does mean? Shh. It means juice? Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, be quiet. Stop it. Yes, Lord Salaminian Terraglyph. The bean of power has fallen into the possession of a young flobbit who seeks your wisdom in knowing how, when, and for what purpose it should be used.
How do you suppose you say, I need a chicken burrito?
He should take the bean through the blue gate to the land of woe. There he shall find his answer.
I wonder if it works with songs. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. And with the girls be handy. What? Man, and I thought I was grumpy.
I said no matter what happens, remain serious. Didn't I say that?
Well, you didn't mention they were going to talk like that.
So, how long will they keep us here?
The last fellow I knew who made fun of their language was up here for 12 years.
Then they let him go?
No, he was blown off in a windstorm. Never seen again.
Hi, everybody. Bob the Tomato here. This is Tim Hodge. He's the director at Big Idea. He's also a really talented artist. Today, he's going to show you how to draw a Lego lamb. Okay, well, Lego lamb. Hey, everyone. Bob the Tomato here. here. This is Joe Spaniford. He's a concept artist at Big Idea. His job is to create many of the places and characters you see in one of our shows. Today, he's going to show you how to draw Toto baggy pants.